But today, what do you see there? It's officially. But as I speak to you now, the entire we had a member that it was not active. And this was a group of people that were very active in table tennis. They came, took over the constitution, showed interest in building a shopping plaza. He was able to get approval from a management committee. But whatever it is, eventually the approval was given. And, he built up to the 50 shopping units. And thereafter, as I speak to you today, I think he has built over 80-something units there, or about 80 units, as again 50 for which the agreement was written, the lease agreement was written with the club. 20 years lease agreement with a premium of about 14 million and all that. But today it's about 80-something units that is built. Subsequently, we started seeing a lot of activities. He now started scheming, allegedly in collusion with people in some very agencies that have something to do with land administration and all these properties. Before we knew it, they had started doing other things. He started scheming, using his financial influence. I'm talking of that developer that built the complex. Yeah. He so penetrated the club, compromised the executive, and became so powerful. Then started recruiting so many people into the tennis section to create numerical strength. So anytime there was a meeting, they would overwhelm that meeting and do his bidding. He got to a point now, in fact, not only does he now installs the executive in the club, because of his resources and connections and network, he actually controls the club. The president, the general secretary, and everybody are his lapdogs. Is what he wants that happens in the club. So having secured that, they started frustrating bona fide members like us. I'm about 30 years as a member there. They started frustrating. Sometimes somebody will even, one security man will even accost you and say, don't park there. You bona fide member that was there, they just came in 6 years ago. He will say he wants to go and get permission whether you should come in. You a bona fide, it has happened to me. So we saw this frustration and we decided to just give them way. Although a lot of atrocities that were going on, we were preparing ourselves instead of going to accost them and fight or go to meetings and fight all those irregularities. We chose to go to court. As civilized people, we felt we should not fight, we should go to court. We suffered a lot of intimidation from them and all that. We continued. So along the line, as time went by, a lot of things were not going well in the club. There was no accounting for anything, no fun. They will scheme some meetings whenever they want to do some atrocities. The meetings will not follow laid down procedure. They will bring in a lot of proxies, just register people indiscriminately, people in construction site, bureau de change workers, people selling fruits and suya outside. They will just register them and bring a lot of proxies into meeting just to have numerical strength to advance what they wanted to do. All these atrocities were going on and we were in court. We even stopped coming to the club. We were in court pursuing our issues. As time went by, you know, some kind of funny circulars started coming in from some of these government agencies, telling Kaduna Club that, look, we are, if you don't, on utilized spaces, that if you don't put something in your unutilized spaces, we will be compelled to take over those spaces or to put them that you must develop your unutilized spaces. For heaven's sake, how do you tell a club that has 8 clay courts and has a lot of land and big orchard and trees that they left for air changes to make the environment when you enter the club is heaven, fresh air. They want you to put structure. Then we say this is not normal. Somebody is inducing these letters. Somebody is going to them to instigate these letters. So they kept boarding the club, doing this. Then we got to a point where they called another meeting on 3rd of September 2022 that there was an emergency. In fact, they wanted to hold the meeting without notice. So I think somebody put something in the WhatsApp group, and they suddenly realized that, and they were required to give 2 weeks notice. They gave just 3 days notice, and they convened that meeting. When we went to the meeting, we raised point of order that, look, you cannot hold this meeting because you needed to give 2 weeks notice. Then they sponsored one of those proxies to stand up and say that for the purposes of this meeting, that section 15, one section of the Constitution should be suspended. How? How did you get the power? When did you change the Constitution? So they said yes, that was the highest decision-making body, that they could suspend a portion of the Constitution in order to do some things, and then reinstate it after the meeting. They said it's not normal. So as time in that particular meeting, we saw some drawings, some sketches, and the theme, because in emergency general meeting, it's only one item that is discussed. The theme of that meeting is Kaduna Club reconstruction. Say what? Reconstruction, okay. Kaduna Club reconstruction. And this reconstruction, when you look at the design, oh my God, you look at the prototype, the design, it was going to, they were going to clear the whole 8 clay courts, yes, clear all the badminton courts, clear everything about the tennis house. In fact, everything about the club's existence was cleared, and they wanted to put up a commercial venture, purely a private and commercial venture into the club.
Not recreational.
Not recreational. And we started hearing that there was an investor that was being brought in, allegedly by Kadipa, Kaduna something, investment promotion something. That Kadipa was bringing a faceless investor. Up to now, we don't know the name of the investor. And then one consultant, something and Hudson, based in Abuja. So already they were, in fact, they had started work with that meeting that was not even
properly constituted.
Violated. We told them that you didn't give enough notice, and so many things were wrong. They recruited a lot of, over 70%, I would say, of the people that came in were proxies. In fact, some of them were conversing among themselves, saying, why did they bring us? They just know that whenever any issue came, they should just vote in the favor of the people that brought them. So, after they did that, sham of a meeting, the next thing we saw is that massive constructional materials were being brought in. Demolition of the existing structures of the club were going on. Say, can this be real? And there is nothing from the government. At least the members have not been informed that the government has again come up to say that they needed the entire club. Yeah. And this is their plan for alternative place.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I've not even mentioned one thing. As I speak to you, the compensation for even the land that was taken for the other public interest, not a dime has been paid to the club.
That's right.
Not a dime has been paid to the club. So we saw all these constructions going on. Then Kasuda now came up and wrote a letter to the club saying that that illegal developer should stop. And the next letter they sent, they say stop work. That in fact it was demolition notice. And usually when they give you demolition notice, they will tell you that you either demolish it at your own cost, or they will do it and you will pay. So now that is how the entire club has been demolished.
So where are we now?
So from feelers, or from what we have been hearing, we have written to the governor that petition. He has asked some people to act, but they have not called us. But from what we are seeing, or allegedly what people are saying, that all this is a grand design by a few people that developer we are talking about that built the complex, And some executive members, some trustees, they owe it a responsibility to call the members to a meeting and say that we've got this thing from the government again saying they are taking over the entire club. This is what they intend to do with your compensation. This is, they are giving you a choice to select another. Nothing.
Quickly, we have 3 minutes.
Nothing.
With the petition that was written to the state government by your group, right?
Yes.
What are your demands? What are your requests? What are you petitioning for?
Okay. Yes. We have a number of things.
Because the copy that I have here
Yes.
is concerned members of Kaduna Club 1932.
Yes.
And it is appeal for your intervention in the rogue activities in Kaduna Club.
Well,
What are those rogue activities that you're talking about? Includes this demolition and the why usurpation may not be.
actually, the reliefs we are asking for are in our suite, which is in the court.
Oh, in the court.
We
We can't talk about anything in the court.
No, we cannot.
We have not been continued.
No, we have been in the court. It's just that we need to split it now to the Federal High Court and the other one. We are in court for over 3 years. Are you not aware? So our reliefs are there, but basically what we want is return the club to status quo. And the government, in fact, the governor of the state is actually the patron of Kaduna Club.
Wow.
But because we have never had a responsible executive committee that had the mandate of the people, they didn't have the moral fiber to say they will even organize going to meet the governor and asking for certain things and all that.
Okay.
You know, so
Like I said, 3 minutes to go.
You mentioned something that was it actually because of the structures that were not modern or what have you. Those structures, the club has the resources. If their compensation had been paid to the club and the monies that the club generates from different places, they were in a position to modernize it. Unfortunately, they were confronted by very pressure from people who wanted to just
We'll open up the phone lines now.
Yes.
0809-799-1989 and 0809-4646-206 are the numbers to dial. And meanwhile, you can go to our various social media handles to drop your comments and observations in respect of what we are discussing this evening. We've not heard from Dr. Ibrahim Bawa as a concerned member. If you can just drop in a few sentences, your impression about all of this and the way out.
It's a very sad situation, actually. To me, Kaduna Club is my foundation. When I say my foundation, that is where I was given a letter that took me to where I got job and become who I am.
Wow.
I'm now 54 years.
Wow.
54 years. I was sent to let General Hassan Katsina.
Wow.
This is a story.
Blessed memory.
Blessed memory. This is a story that I have never given. It was even my children that I sat down and I was giving them the story. When I grown up, I finished my secondary school. My dad and the late Galadima of Katsina, they were sitting in his parlor. He called me and gave me a letter. Said I should come down to Kaduna and give it to Hassan Katsina. When I came to Kaduna, I went to his house. The security told me that he went to Kaduna Club to play games. I was directed to Kaduna Club. I took an Okada to Kaduna Club. This I was telling you almost 40 years ago.
Yeah.
This is what happened. When I came to Kaduna Club, I met this DITB
Baba Ahmed. Mahmoud
Baba Ahmed doing ablution. He wanted to pray. I said, sir, I I came from Katsina and I'm looking for General Hassan Usman Katsina. I said, you look like him, come. You know, he said, very, you look like Galadima of Katsina, the district head of Malumba. He said, what happened? I gave him the letter, he read the letter. There and then, he collected a note and a paper. Behind that, my letter, he wrote and signed my letter and called it up and sent it to me. And that is how I got my job.
That is the strength of a club.
That is the strength of Kaduna Club. Yes. And I work with two VIPs. I work with General Sani Abacha and I work with General Bamayi. And these are the people that anytime we are in Kaduna, we do visit that club.
Let's quickly take this call. Yes. The call is becoming. Hello, good evening and welcome to Ground Zero. Hello, you are welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Elder Daria Adebanjo is my name.
All right, Elder Daria Adebanjo, let's have your take.
Yeah, I think for now, we must commend the president for the steps that he's taken right now because it shows that he is prepared for this job. It's not going to take him for that long for him to put the structure into place. It shows that he's really ready. You can't compare a man that has the content with the man that does not have. I think that's the difference we are seeing now. And for whatever Tinubu is doing, thank God that it is still the same APC member that is doing all what he's doing. Now, if it were an opposition now, we would have been saying all manner of things. And if you permit me to just say something about the Kaduna Club issue.
Yes, please.
I think it's rather an unfortunate situation. Kaduna Club, like I used to know, is a very wonderful organization. I was born and brought up here in Kaduna, and we heard about Kaduna Club. But for whatever reason, member of the same club will go behind to do whatever they want. Go to that place now. The beauty of that place is completely destroyed. I don't know what kind of mind that we have. That things, legacies, things that are supposed to stand as legacy, because of selfish interest, will just go on out and destroy. It's an unfortunate situation. I just pray that they'll be able to find a way down the court to be able to give what it gives, so that the beauty of that club will be restored.
Thank you so very much, Elder Dari, for dropping by this evening. We appreciate you. 0809 799 1989 and 0809 4646 are the numbers to dial. You can go to our various social media handles and drop your comments and observations. On Facebook, it's ProcyonRTV, and Procyon is spelled PROCYONRTV. On Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, every other handle is ProcyonRTV. We'll be expecting to get your feedback from those handles. All right? 0809 4646 and 0809 799 1989. Coming back and talking about the strength of a club and what it represents.
So, as I was saying, I work with two VIPs, the late General Sani Abacha and General Bamayi of blessed memory. He's alive. Anytime we came to Kaduna, he do visit Kaduna Club and play his games. So I look at the place. It's inside me. I used to tell my boys, the people that are around me, this is where I started.
Wow.
They didn't know what I mean. So when I came back to Kaduna and settled down in Kaduna, I took it upon myself that I will become a member of Kaduna Club. So that in future, I don't know how I will be a help to someone. I went to Kaduna Club and I registered. So when I registered, I don't have anything in mind. All I need is I want to give my own contribution in that club so that the place will be as it has been.
Yeah.
To my surprise, when we started challenging this issue, when the investor came, when the developer came, he wanted to collect the land. I look at the constitution. I look at it. A member is supposed not to even have a land. It's not allowed for a member to have a land, to own a piece of land. But he went in his own way, conning his own people because he's used to that. Conning his whatever way he wants to do and got that approval from people that are not even supposed to be the one that will sign the document to him. I'm sorry, sometimes when people are doing things, I look at them and say, are you really the one I know with this profile? Because when you look at somebody, an educated somebody, if I want to buy this phone, I rather go to the market, go to the shop, enter the shop, let me choose the one I like, bring it as a new phone, open it up, check it very well, confirm before I make my payment, and you give me receipt.
Yeah.
Not to go and send somebody, go and buy me a phone, and you just give me a phone without knowing where he bought it, and I'll start using it. Tomorrow, if the owner came and challenged me, that's what I mean.
You start to explain where you shouldn't be explaining.
So that is why when these things happen, a lot of people, even the then President Cardinal Club then, which was elected, duly elected, because the ones that are here now, we are being imposed by the court.
Okay.
You went to the court, yes, and drop some members, which happens to be among according to them. Though I cannot say I'm among, because no court has served me any notice. But all I know, I went to enter the EGM, and I was stopped by the general secretary, and one of the so-called, he said his name is trustee, one of the so-called trustees, I was stopped by at the gate. So because I'm a law-abiding somebody now, I asked why. They say I am not part. I shouldn't be going. I shouldn't go inside because I'm among the people that were being dismissed from driving by the court for irregular registration. I say how? And my ID card is here. I have an ID card. That why should court, and no court has served me any notice that I was being driven. Why? But because the policeman around begged me, pleaded that I should please obey the law and I shouldn't cause chaos, I said no problem. This is my ID card.
Yeah. If you
This
can
is my
show
ID
the
card.
yeah.
This is my
Which of them?
card.
Oh, it has already cut it.
Oh, okay. So I was told by at the gate that I was among the one that people. I said no, but no court has come to me and sent me a letter that look, Ibrahim Power, you are being delisted from the club. So these are the things when I look at these irregularities and those things, I said to me, I will never stay like this and allow these things to happen.
All right.
I will make sure I join the fight to regain back this our club by the grace of God, so that our blessed memory, our people that have passed away, their soul will rest in peace. This is a club that doesn't know you are a Muslim, that doesn't know you are a Christian. When you are in that club, you are just one.
One brother.
One brother. Yes.
Yeah.
And these are the club that help a lot of people in that club. And I'm part of the beneficiary of that club. So for me to leave that club to go like that without challenging these people that are trying to take away people's property, I don't think I'm right.
Well, you're listening to Ground Zero, and numbers calls are just bouncing on and off and not hanging. 0809-4646-206 and 0809-799-1989. And checking out our social media handles. Also just a couple of likes. Light in the Darkness is liking us. Ademola Amo, Mr. Ramjun Ali, and who else do we have here? Okay. Bayonle M. Ogunle, yeah. We thank you guys. Like we always say, we appreciate the likes, we appreciate the shares, but we sincerely appreciate your comments too, because that's what would add value to what we are talking about now. We'll be rounding up the program now, but before we go, I'd like Samuel Yohana to drop a sentence and give us your parting shots.
It's unfortunate that this is happening to Kaduna Club, because Kaduna Club is in the league of Apapa Club, Ikeja Country Club. These are clubs that people have lived to admire, and a lot of people have passed through the bonds existing among people, irrespective of tribe and religion. Here we are. The last time I passed on Muhammadu Buhari way, I saw that the place was level playing ground. So it's I didn't know that it's taking this dimension. But all I can say is that the original members of Kaduna Club and the so-called trustees should find a common ground so that they can resolve this issue amicably.
All right.
Since the matter is in court, the prejudice, we can't continue deliberating on it, and we have to deliberate on it with caution.
Yeah. That's
so,
why, thankfully, I appreciate the fact that they didn't mention names. I sincerely appreciate that. So it might have been a problem for us and our regulators and all of that. Thank you so very much. Quickly, also, if in 30 seconds you can just give us your parting shot, you give us a parting shot. So, Engineer Mahmoud Sule, your parting shots.
Okay. Well, I just hope that Now that we have given the issue of Kaduna Club some amount of publicity, more and more people are becoming aware of the situation of the club. If there are individuals, either in government or outside the government, or some influential people that can assist in resolving this issue, in restoring the club, because the club exists.
Let's round up now.
The club exists because it's duly registered. It has all the requirements. It's a corporate body that is existing. It's just the infrastructure that has been demolished and all these atrocities.
All right, Dr. Bawa Ibrahim, your parting shots.
Yeah, thank you very much. My own appeal is to the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, His Highness, and His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Obasani. I know who Obasani is. I know definitely the past government, if they could not be able to do anything, I'm appealing to him, Executive Governor of Kaduna State, to look into that problem, to look into this our petition, and please try to help us recover this club.
All right.
Thank you very much.
That's about the size of the program, and we wrap it up now. On Tuesday next week, we'll be on for another edition of the program. Between now and then, I want to sincerely appreciate all my guests in the house today, Samuel Yohana, Engineer Mahmoud Sule, and of course, Dr. Ibrahim Bawa. My name is Ehis